And then I don't know why TJ got kicked in the mouth. He was making a tackle and just got smoked right in the face. So sometimes it happens.
You knew he had a concussion immediately?
I know he didn't have one during the game.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh. Sweet visor, though. He should keep the visor.
Yeah, he should. He should. And that's because.
Did you play with the visor? Did you play with the visor?
I wish. I couldn't. I can't see through that.
Same here, dude. I couldn't see, couldn't breathe, couldn't live. Like I thought I was going to pass away when I put that visor on. And I wanted to so bad because it looks awesome.
When it gets steamed up too, I don't know how guys handle that. That freaked me out.
Yeah.
I'd get bummed out
No
if I
idea.
couldn't see. If like my periph was getting.
Those people are mentally just on a different level.
It wasn't bad.
That looks sweet.
You had one, didn't you?
Yeah, Debo.
I mean, it looks awesome.
It
looks awesome.
What, he had sensitivity to light? Is that what was going on here? What did he?
Nah, I don't think he wanted to get poked in the eye. He didn't want to get poked in the eye.
Oh, he got kneed in the mouth already.
Yep.
That's
See you, ESPN. Great to have you. Good day. Too early? Too early? Too early? Way too early? I heard the music. Bye, ESPN. Love you. One more time. See you, ESPN.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go.
I think it got in. It was either right. It was right out, or it was right out.
Pretty good at that.
I'll give you one. So I was talking to him about. I mean, he's in the protocol now. That's public knowledge. And
For
he has
what?
to go
For
through
what?
the test
For what?
for concussion.
Oh, no.
The day after. I mean, it's later. I mean, that's public knowledge.
Is that breaking?
So you have to go through the protocol and you have to go through all the questions and everything.
No, you can't in on Friday.
I'm talking to him, and you have a baseline that you do before the season. Like, so that's supposed to be when you're all good and everything. You do the baseline test, and then you compare your concussion test to it. He called me the other day. He's like, all my tests now are better than my baseline tests. So I was like, oh my God, man.
So he had a bad
Get him
day.
on the field. Give him back to practice.
Hey, it's interesting because those questions are fascinating. Like, that word has come up a lot whenever we're talking about it. It's because this particular league is so damn fascinating. Like this baseline test getting introduced during my time, I think, in the NFL was not always there. This baseline test became the answer. Remember, it's like a 30-minute thing.
Oh, yeah.
Guys are supposed to focus on this.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, need you to really focus. This is going to save your life down. We also need 35 minutes of your day here, going in here and doing this. It's like, okay, yeah, that'll happen. And obviously, in theory, this makes sense. In theory, this is the real thing. Once again, dealing with humans, mostly in training camp, going through a lot of stuff. I don't know if that baseline thing is the right answer. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right answer. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
Like you've done it before, right? Obviously. So I was asked because I'm fascinated. I've never been in the protocol, so I want to know all the stuff and everything. You have to do that same test again to see compared to your baseline, but apparently then you also have to do a bunch of pen and paper written tests. And I love my brother to death. But pen and paper written test is not the strongest suit. So it's fascinating to hear about how it all goes. And like, I was asking him, give me some of the questions. And like some of the stuff you got to remember, like they do like the numbers thing where it's like 574, 759. You got to try and write it back down. And then it gets longer and longer. That'll mess you up. That'll mess you up.
the shapes that got me.
5, 7, 4, 7, 5, 9. Why'd you pick those numbers right there? That was awesome.
I don't know. Was
Safe
that what it was?
Safe combination. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
AJ
mentalist question.
and JJ, 0 combined concussions.
These two?
You say you never went to the protocol?
Look at those heads.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it never went into the protocol.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
You son of a...
What, you
No,
get a
that's just a
stinger?
factual statement. That's just a factual statement.
You never had to, right?
These guys used to.
No, I never had to go in.
Yeah.
What are you going to volunteer if you don't feel bad? You can't make something up.
Stinger.
Hurry up, get up.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a doctor.
Trainer.
Stinger.
Got the wind knocked out of me. So
I can say with certainty. I don't know if I've already said too much. I'm an idiot. But like I asked him, I said like, what did on the sideline? They asked me questions. So yeah, I answered the question on the sideline and I passed it. So like,
there you go.
What more do you want? You want like, you pass the question, pass the test.
Good hit.
Stinger.
Got your bell rung?
You all right? What happened? What did you do?
Just stinger.
Do not say you got your bell rung.
Just
Do
a
not say
stinger.
that.
I'm pretty good. Can I get the lights real bright, right? Jeez. It's a stinger.
Oh yeah, no, it's wind knocked out. Yeah, that's what you got to. I just got the wind knocked out of me. Golly.
You tell these people to turn it down a little bit. The stinger hurts more every time.
Or you drop
Don't
your
take a
mouth
step.
guard on the ground and you look for your mouth guard for a couple seconds. Just you need an extra second or two down there.
Stinger in my mouth guard. I saw a guy dead on the field.
Yeah, he had a stinger, right?
Thank
That-
you, Derek Carr.
Dead on a field. And then, who was it? Ewald? No, who?
Derek Carr first. He saw me and like pointed, like, "Hey, hurry up, get out here!" Popped up, shoulder. Then Ewald, great teammate, Eric Walden, one of my favorite teammates.
Of all time.
He reported me to the doctor at halftime.
This guy was dead on the field. How'd you guys not see it?
Where's the unk?
Can we please?
We didn't have no unks, so good old days.
Did you play plays after?
Oh yeah, 2-minute drive. One of the things you get you get irritated.
Do you remember the drive?
Different. No, absolutely. not. I just remember just irrationally just yelling at
Anybody.
teammates.
If you knew though, but don't you think if you knew to fake a stinger, you were somewhat with it? You're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was
Good point.
I was out for good probably 5 seconds.
I think that is, it was bad.
Yeah,
he
it was out.
He was dead body. Everybody kind of.
What happens when you wake up, Debo, in that moment? What is it?
Don't remember.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Don't remember.
That would be
Good thing, I
weird.
think it was the last play. And then we went to the sideline, and then we had a 2-minute drive, like a minute and a half, maybe. I remember something like that. I remember watching it back a few days later. But it's just funny seeing yourself on film and not remembering being that. Well, it's not funny, but part of the game.
It's
That's
a
what you
weird-
sign up for.
A weird feeling.
It's
Hey,
an
it's
odd
a-
feeling.
Yeah.
Seeing my body do something that I will never have recollection of. That's wild.
Yeah.
Hey, your
the
brain's
two
still
the
good.
two scariest moments I've had
good.
I've had watching football. Neither involved me, but one I had a teammate get knocked out on the sideline, and he went out cold, went into the fencing position,
Ooh.
and then when he came to, he started fighting the doctors. Like he literally was so like in a state. He started punching the doctors. It was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. Then the other one, I was watching the game. It was the Steelers, and Derek, my brother, went down on a punt, got blocked in the back, and the punt return, his knee hit him in the forehead, and he went out cold with the fencing. And then TJ came out and like protected him, and I was bawling, crying in my house. Like I've never been more sad, scared in my life than when I saw that moment. I literally was just full blown crying in my house.
You think about the family members a lot whenever those things happen, because I think it was Robert Mathis or Reggie Wayne posted a video on his X account, I think, and it was these highlights of those hits from back when you played and when you played and when you played at the beginning, and like what people used to do. And Reggie was like, "Man, I don't know how we signed up for this." Like, think about family members just watching like a line, like AJ. Like, think about AJ's family. Now, granted, they're from Ohio, so
True.
this is kind of just standard operating procedure. He's running his face directly into a fullback's face in the NFC North every week for like 10 years. They're just every play, and then AJ's getting disgusted. Even if my family's worried about me getting knocked out every play, they need to have a little bit of respect for me. It's like, think about what these, you know what I mean? Like, think about what these families go through watching this shit. Hey, thank you to you guys that played those real positions.
Yeah.
Legit. I'm happy I didn't have to do that. Every time I made a tackle, I was sore for 4 fucking days.
In that era, too.
Yeah,
It looks so much worse when you're watching. Everything. I think everybody will speak to it. Like when you are watching, it looks. I cringe now every hit, every move. But when you're playing, it doesn't literally bother you in the smallest bit. It is crazy how watching, and maybe it's the cameras, maybe it's the sound and those microphones they have. But it just seems it bothers me so much more when I watch than when I'm actually playing.